I didn't like 1, and I was only mildly impressed with 2, so I'm not as big of a deal for me, and I am not purchasing it on day 1.
Oh, boo, boo, Dave.
I'm going to wait a little bit. See if I can afford it. I mean, come on, I just bought 2 MMO games in Lifetime, so money is not the biggest thing for me right now, so I'm going to wait.
Well, I'm going to skip ahead a couple stories here that it ties into about the same thing here. It says that it's set a record for Blizzard, saying it was the all-time pre-order record, which makes sense completely. I mean,
yeah, but remember, this is Activision telling you this.
Yeah, well, that, and you also got to take into account that the pre-orders are also falls underneath that is people who sign up for the annual pass for WoW.
Oh, why not?
Because they got a free copy of Diablo 3, and that still counted as a pre-order. So
I'm all for it. Make it happen. Stu, Diablo 3.
2 million participants is impressive.
Oh.
Stu's got even less interest of it than I do, and I actually have some.
Boo on all y'all.
Hey man, you guys are gonna be saying that with me and Adam rolling in the money, man, of that real money auction house.
I mean, MMO games aren't for me, but Cosmic got me interested in Star Conflict earlier, so.
Hey, Stu.
First MMO and tryout.
Well, hopefully we convert you on that.
Yeah.
All right.
You just gotta find your genre of him, like with the style.
I think ours is everything. Yeah. It's.
By the way, Diablo is really not like an MMO. All right, it's a dungeon crawler, RPG. Just saying.
Still,
just letting you know.
It's just not my cup of tea. So I'll leave you guys to play that.
All right, so we've all been hearing a little bit about Kickstarter, and Kickstarter has been kicking off a lot of games. How about anybody remember a game called Carmageddon?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, if I can get the right thing here. And apparently, there it is. So, yeah, Carmageddon is supposedly going into the Kickstarter. I don't know if this game will really even hold up. Dave, you remember this game. What do you think?
I loved this game when it came out originally. The Carmageddon 2 sucked, but Carmageddon 1 I absolutely loved. I played it constantly when it came out. I'm glad they're going to do Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter is it's a great concept. It's a great idea. Things that succeed through it, I'm glad for. I think it's already starting to lose its luster, and too many people are using it, and you're going to get a lot of crap out of there now. But I think Carmageddon would be one that survives. There's another game that, by the way, today that announced they were doing a Kickstarter.
Oh, no. Kickstarter. Another one.
Yeah, and it's Pathfinder Online, based on the role-playing game, the paper and pencil Pathfinder system. So, I mean, Kickstarter is definitely an option for a lot of people, and it's great. Another Kickstarter thing that I saw the other day was Steve Jackson Games redoing Ogre.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah, the old miniature game Ogre. So, I mean, Kickstarter's great, and I really hope Carmageddon succeeds because, like I said, I love that game. But I don't know. I think too many things are now trying to go through the Kickstarter method, and I'm wondering what the quality of some of this stuff's going to come through. So I have to take it with a grain of salt now.
No.
And I'd like to say right now, guys, I apologize completely for some of the sound because apparently Skype has decided that it wants to take over sound, which I'm telling it not to, but apparently it's deciding that it wants to. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that crap.
It runs this bitch.
It's so aggravating. Like after Microsoft took it over, they're just screwing it apparently. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we'll see what happens with the Carmageddon with the Kickstarter. I don't know. I mean, Kickstarter's a good thing, but some of these titles, I'm just like, man, are you even, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it lets developers know that, hey, there's going to be actually something there behind it. So, I don't know. With that being so much, Carmageddon, you think it's... Dave, do you really think it's going to make it, though? With the...
I don't know. I mean, it was... I can't remember who put it out originally.
That game is old, man. That game is like...
It's really old. They really need to update it a lot if they're going to do it. I mean, but... I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how it turns out. I mean, I've pretty much said that I'm not going to go and help donate to a Kickstarter project until I can start seeing some preliminary stuff.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. Moving on.
This is definitely going to be one of those I do that with.
We were talking a little bit earlier about, games that are coming out in October. Well, Wedbush thinks that, Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be coming out in October. By the way,
not a surprise.
Why things are going the way they are, but really, you think there's going to be a big drop at E3 this year for it? Which we are covering E3 this year, majorly, guys, majorly. So,
I don't know if it's going to be. It's very possible that Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar is going to be putting out a game, and it's going to probably be Grand Theft Auto. October is the month they have released previously in. It makes a lot of sense. They like to get their game in about a month before the Video Game Awards and then sneak in because, oh my god, it was released before the awards, so it counts now. So they have a tendency to do that kind of trick. So it makes sense that it would be coming out. What the storyline is or anything like that, I really don't know at this point.
Anything for you, sir?
Could be interesting. I mean, I do love the Grand Theft Auto games, so I mean, even since playing, the first one from, you had the top-down camera view and stuff, so.
I mean, we haven't heard much from it since the trailer itself.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet since then. I mean, until this, so. I mean,
well,
it'd be pretty interesting to
got
see.
A reputation for being quiet, so. And I mean, they've been developing on it for a few years, so I'm pretty sure it's going to come out sometime this year. So, and like Dave, it's probably going to come out the usual time zone or time scale of October, just before the VGA Awards. So, we're bound to see something at E3 for it.
I'm hoping so, man. I'm really looking forward to that game. I hope it does come out here soon. But moving on to the next one of the night. Yeah, apparently we talked about Facebook earlier. Now this is a game that I could actually see happen. Is SimCity Social coming to Facebook possibly? If you see SimCity, like, you build up your town and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, is you have a friend right beside you. Could be, hey, we got so much resources on this and share with you all and stuff like that. I could see SimCity taking off majorly on Facebook. Anybody else see that?
The Sims is already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sims is already there, as, Kaylee and Jade could tell you, because I know they're in it, because I still maintain mine, even though I hardly ever play it. So, but I can definitely see SimCity doing that. I mean, I got SimCity on my phone already. I can't see where it wouldn't. It could definitely come in there, and it would be a rival to the Zynga games.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'm just not a huge fan of Facebook games, but I mean, that's maybe one of the things I'd like to see, possibly. Anybody else? No Facebook.
No, I think I'll just stick to my Angry Birds on there. That's about it.
Not a fan of the Facebook games, because pretty much anything that goes over on the Facebook games, they really restrict you down to what you can do before you feel like you have to buy whatever stuff to move on. So
the Secret War is technically a Facebook game.
Oh. And it spams the shit out of Facebook.
And it spams the crap out of it. But it's,
yeah.
made technically because you had to log in using Facebook, but it was a separate website. So it's a little different than a normal Facebook game that, you know, you're stuck inside Facebook and have to live inside the world of Facebook. So if they do SimCity Social like that, where it actually spawns you out to another location and gives you the full SimCity experience
Then
with the social piece, I would really be good. I would like to see it that way versus being stuck like the Zynga games inside for the most part inside the Facebook game.
all right. Well, how about this one then? We'll talk about a little bit of a game that was released. Actually found out, not released, but a trailer was released for it. Was a little bit of Elder Scrolls, which Elder Scrolls Online, people are saying it looks like a good game. For me, I'm thinking it's too much hype. I think it's going to be one of those games where it just falls on its face, to be honest with you. I think it's... Go ahead, Dave. Let's go ahead and hear what the quote was of the day that you said to me.
Okay. First, we did cover this quite a bit during Explosion on Monday, but the quote today, the story that came out today, was from some idiot website. Elder Scrolls Online, is it the WoW killer?
Yeah.
We have seen
People.
jack nothing of this thing except for one trailer and some hints from one website that gave a big huge list of all the stuff that's supposedly in it. We haven't really seen any real gameplay. We're just being told, you can explore all 5 of the continents. Well, that's great, but how does that actually work? How's it going to work with all the people in it? You know, we haven't seen any of that kind of functionality yet.
3 factions. 3 factions.
We're already calling it the WoW killer?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
I think every MMO or RPG gets that quote. So, it's
Yeah, pretty
not a
much. I mean,
surprise.
especially when they're coming in with a title, you know, like Elder Scrolls, you know? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
well, I
gonna
mean,
get
yeah,
too much.
plastered that.
but, you know, Star Wars The Old Republic was called that. Of course, before that, it was, I mean, the original one was Warhammer. Online was the WoW killer, and then Rift came along, and it became it was touted as the WoW killer, and Star Wars: The Old Republic and Guild Wars 2, and you know, I can say that Secret World hasn't been touted as the WoW killer, but Terra has been touted as it. Aeon going free to play has been touted as it. All of the fantasy games that have come on after WoW has been called the WoW killer. And I'm sorry, there is yet to be a WoW killer.
Yeah.
Is EverQuest Next going to be the next one that they come out with calling a WoW killer if Elder Scrolls fails?
I'm saying
Wait
no.
until we see more of the game before you start that stupid hype.
Let's just go ahead and ask the WoW addict here. Cosmic, is Elder Scrolls the next WoW killer?
Honestly, it really is too early to say because we haven't seen anything about their, the way their combat system's going to work. We don't really have a finalized version of what, their graphic system is going to be or anything like that.
Combat system's going to be
but-
buttons. I have found that out. Is that I've read that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 combat.
So they're going to go with the traditional MMO.
Yep.
That's retarded.
That's what I heard.
If they want to make an Elder Scrolls game, they need to stick to the Elder Scrolls style.
Yep.
I mean, frankly, if they go with the typical MMO route of, you got your little action bars and stuff like that, that's probably going to hurt them more than anything because it's taking away from the Elder Scrolls experience that people have had playing the games.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to like that. They're going to be like, wow, this is definitely not fucking Elder Scrolls. This doesn't feel like Elder Scrolls.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the next WoW killer at all. It's completely
It's probably
stupid.
not going to be if that's the route they're going with the combat system. That's...
I heard the same thing. The combat was going to go. It was going to be the traditional MMO combat. At that point in time, I'm looking at it going like, well, then where is the Elder Scrolls part?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Where's my first person? Where's my either third person behind the back and me being able to use my mouse?